Today in this video, we'll discuss polity questions asked in 2060 CAPF SE. Here total 19 questions are asked. Okay, so we will see all these 19 questions. First question, which one of the following is not a source of political legitimacy? Means राजनीतिक वैधता का सिद्धांत के अनुसार जो स्रोत कौन सा नहीं है जो आपका एक तरह से वैलिड सोर्स ऑफ पॉलिटिकल लेजिटिमेसी और यू कैन से पॉलिटिकल पावर. For example, consent. Yes, consent is there because consent means you are taking consent of people. The rule is in their favor. You are working for their benefit. Yes, first is correct. Rational prudence. Obviously, if there is something rational, whatever decision is taken is rational, then it's good. Now, see, is the political will of the ruler? No. Actually, political will of any ruler is to always rule. The ruler will want ki the rule or their power should never end. So it is not a legitimate source of political authority, you can say. So C is incorrect. So C is the answer. Next, public reason. Yes, if there is any public welfare, larger interest of society, then you have to take that things. Okay, so C is the correct answer. Next, question number 2. Which one of the following is a characteristic of presidential form of government? In India, we are having parliamentary form of government. In United States of America, USA, we are having presidential form of government. In presidential form of government, president is not a part of legislative body, but in parliamentary form, for example, president and prime minister, both are part of parliament. So president means in our parliament is combined of three organs. One is Lok Sabha, another is Rajya Sabha, and third is President of India. So it is the correct answer ki president in presidential form is not part of legislative body. So this is the answer. Next, it does not separate legislative and executive function. Obviously, see the things ki it is a separate body because legislature is separate, executive is separate. So it is not correct. President follows the principle of collective responsibility. No, collective responsibility of the president, collective responsibility is related to council of minister. For example, in our system, parliamentary system, unless means till the time you are having majority in Lok Sabha, you can be in government. Okay, next, tenure of the president depends on legislature. No, it is 4 years fixed. For example, USA, and in some other country, there will be some different period. Yes, if there is unexpected circumstances where you can impeach the president, but in general it is fixed tenure. Okay, so A is the correct answer. Next is, which one of the following articles of the Constitution of India contains provision for the abolition and creation of legislative council? So Article 171, it deals with how legislative council members will be elected or nominated. Okay, so it is not there. Article 169 deals, so B is the answer. Article 356, President's rule. Article 182, the manner in which chairman and deputy chairman of legislative council will be elected. Okay, so B is the correct answer. Next, question number 4. The provision under Article 51A of the Constitution of India relates to. Actually, wherever A is there, means it is inserted later. You can say through amendment, it is added. So Article 51A, it is fundamental duty. It is through 42nd Constitutional Amendment Act 1976. And based on Sardar Swan Singh Committee, fundamental duties were inserted. And also the fundamental duty concept was taken from USSR. Next, parochial political culture is generally found in. Parochial means Sankin Rajnitik Sanskriti. Don't take it in the way ki our culture and other things are sold or our civilization. It is in terms of parochial political culture. The term basically defines ki where you are electing your representative based on your caste, your religion, your ethnicity, or your narrow interest. That's the thing. So in that sense, don't justify ki yes, we are not following that thing. Obviously, there are people who are not following but in general, it is as a concept, it is in developing society. So developing society, the things are happening in that way. Next, for example, society having multi-party system can have in all form, even in larger, for example, those society who are already developed. So in developed society, no, monarchical society, obviously it is a different thing. Okay. So in developing society, so A is the correct answer. Next, who among the following sociologists is the first to propound the concept of civil society? Civil society is a term where you can say ki the so-called people who have proven themselves in the different fields and they are having say in the society, means people are taking them from guiding light and all. So it is given by Adam Ferguson. Adam Ferguson was from Scotland. He was active mainly in 18th century. Okay, so A is the correct answer. Next is, which of the following statements regarding the Constituent Assembly are correct? Okay, first, it was not based on adult franchisee. Yes, they people were not elected based on adult franchisee. Actually, they came from different states. Okay, so first is correct. Next, it resulted from direct election. No, there was no direct election for Constituent Assembly as such. So two is not there. So wherever two is there, remove that. You get your answer C. Next, it was a multi-party body. Actually, members were from different political parties, but it was not as such a multi-party body. It was not based on ki we are electing them on party lines. So in that way, you can remove that. Next, it worked through several committees. Yes, there are so many number of committees. So C is the correct answer, 1 and 4. Next, who among the following may be chairman of Jila Parishad? So, who can be Jila Parishad? Actually, in third year of government through 73rd Constitutional Amendment Act, there was at top at district level Jila Parishad, on middle level you can say Panchayat Samiti or Mandal Panchayat whatsoever, and at lower level it is Gram Panchayat. So Chief Minister, no. District Collector, no. Member of Parliament, no. Elected from their own members. So, for example, in a district, maybe 5 to 30, 40, whatsoever, depending on size of the district. So, members are elected through people, and among them, one is elected as chairman or chairperson, whatsoever you can say. So, D is the correct answer. Next, what is meant by social equality? Social equality means each person should perform the function according to his status. Actually, it is not perfect. So let us be C. No effort should be made to modify the existing social order. No, that is out of context. No person should be made to suffer a position of relative inferiority in relation to other men due to caste, race, or religion. This is the most appropriate. Okay, so a special effort to improve a lot of weaker section. It is also true, but most appropriate is C. Next question number 10. Which one of the following is not a feature of Indian federalism? Every state government has power of its own. Yes, it is feature. Courts have the power to interpret the constitution and the power to different level of government. It is also repeated question. Means you can say this question was asked later also. So it is also true. States are subordinate to the central government. No. Actually, every state has power of its own. If it is true, then it is wrong. So it is the answer C is the incorrect. Means C is the note a feature. Source of revenue for each level of government are clearly specified. Okay, so C is the answer. Next, 11. Which one of the following statements regarding human rights is not correct? It is asking about which is not correct. So human rights derive their inspiration from moral principle. Yes, it is true. They are applicable subject to their adoption by a state. Yes, it is also true. The International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights was adopted by the United Nations in the year 1948. No, actually it is in 1966. So it is incorrect. So it is answer. The universalism of human right is challenged by the cultural relativist. Yes, it is said now कि those who are following their own culture, so there is no universal like things कि one size doesn't fit everyone. Because for example, uh, the country where there is monarchy or the country where rules are based on religion, so they different people will interpret it differently. So C is the uh, correct answer. So it is not wrong. Obviously, it is in 1966. Next, the theory of separation of power is a division of power between. So French philosopher Montesquieu gave the separation of power. So it is different branches of government, means legislature, executive, and judiciary. So B is the correct answer. Next, the 10th schedule, obviously it is multiple time repeated question. So it is anti-defection law. Next, the amending power of the parliament is set forth in which one of the following articles of the Constitution of India? Actually, in Constitution of India, Article 368 tells the manner and process in which parliament can amend the constitution. So in case one of the Bharati case, Supreme Court said, yes, parliament can amend any part of the constitution, including fundamental rights, but it should amend up to a level where the basic structure of the constitution should not be destroyed. So A is the correct answer. Next, with reference to constitution amendment bill, which one of the following statement is not correct? The speaker of the Lok Sabha can call a joint sitting of both the houses to pass the bill. No, actually joint sitting of the parliament under article 108 is only applicable for ordinary bill. So for money bill and constitutional amendment bill, there is no provision of joint sitting. So it is incorrect. So it is the answer. Next, each house need to pass the bill separately by a prescribed special majority. Good. Correct. The bill can be introduced in either house of the parliament. Correct. The bill can be sponsored by a private member also. Yes. Next, cut motion can be introduced after the presentation of. Actually, cut motion is the situation where there are some provision for money. So money should be allocated for some purpose. But if members or member of Lok Sabha are not satisfied with that, then they can say that cut motion should be presented, ki money should not allocated for that. So any bill introduced, no, it is related to money bill. So obviously in that context, it was railway and general budget, but now railway budget is not there. So it will be only general budget. Okay. Any private member bill, no, actually money bill is government bill. Okay. A constitutional amendment bill, no. So it is related to money bill and in general budget. Obviously, railway budget at the time when question was asked, रेलवे बजट जो है वो अलग प्रेजेंट किया जाता था, लेकिन 2017 से देखो रेलवे बजट जो है वो अलग प्रेजेंट किया जा रहा है, सॉरी रेलवे बजट को मर्ज कर दिया गया है. Next question number 17. Who among the following divided the governments into republican, monarchical and despotic? देखो जो रिपब्लिकन क्या है, रिपब्लिक यानी कि जो हेड ऑफ स्टेट होंगे वो इलेक्टेड होंगे पीपल के द्वारा, वो हेरिडेटरी नहीं होगा. मोनार्किकल में क्या है, हेरिडेटरी पोस्ट आपका है. डिस्पोटिक का मतलब क्या है ना कि वो अपने मर्जी से वो काम करे, पब्लिक से उसको कोई मतलब नहीं है. तो ये मोंटेस्क्यू ने ही डिवीजन ऑफ पावर बिटवीन डिफरेंट जो आप सेपरेशन ऑफ पावर भी इन्होंने दिया और ये डिवीजन भी इन्होंने ही दिया, मोंटेस्क्यू ने ही. तो सी हो गया. नेक्स्ट देखो ये क्वेश्चन भी आपको देखोगे कि 2000 ये आपको 15 में भी ये क्वेश्चन है, तो 2015 में भी ये क्वेश्चन है, 2016 में भी ये क्वेश्चन है. पॉलिटी के बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस देखोगे आपका रिपीटेटिव नेचर होता है. तो हु अमंग द फॉलोइंग कॉइन द टर्म्स डिमांड पॉलिटी एंड कमांड पॉलिटी? देखो डिमांड पॉलिटी का मतलब होता है ना कि पीपल का विल जो है वो मायने रखता है, कि पीपल जो चाहते हैं, जनता जो चाहती है उसको फुलफिल करना, उनके जो इच्छाओं को फुलफिल करना, तो ये डिमांड पॉलिटी हो गया. कमांड पॉलिटी का मतलब है कि जो रूलिंग क्लास है, इलीट क्लास है, वो अपना चीजों को ज्यादा फॉलो करने पर जोर देगा. तो ये लॉयड आई रुडोल्फ और सुजान एच रुडोल्फ ये इन्होंने दिया है. तो सेम मतलब रिपीटेड क्वेश्चन ये है. नेक्स्ट एंड लास्ट क्वेश्चन इसमें है कि which of the following statements about the ideology of utilitarianism in the context of British India is are correct? यूटिलिटेरियनिज्म का मतलब क्या होता है ना कि जो आपका कोई भी स्टेप्स है, इंसिडेंट है, आप जो कुछ एक्शन ले रहे हो, यदि वो आपके फेवर में है, आपको लगता है कि उसमें बेनिफिट्स ज्यादा है, तो आप उस एक्शन को लोगे. जैसे फॉर एग्जांपल लो कि कोई टेस्ट लिख रहे हैं, तो उनको लगता है कि यदि हम टेस्ट के पैसे जो पे कर रहे हैं उससे ज्यादा हमारा बेनिफिट होगा, तो वो टेस्ट लिखेंगे. जिनको लगता है नहीं, टेस्ट न लिखना पाते हमको बचाना मेरे लिए ज्यादा फायदा है बनिस्पत के टेस्ट लिखने से, तो वो ये करेंगे। आप जैसे मार्केट जा रहे हो तो आप कैब बुक कर लिए, तो आपका टाइम सेव होगा, तो आपको लगेगा यस वो प्रॉफिटेबल है। लेकिन किसी के पास टाइम है तो सोचेगा नहीं मैं वॉक करके चला जाऊंगा, तो दोनों चीजें हो गई हमारी, तो हमारा फिटनेस भी होगा और दूसरा जो है वो हमारा पैसा भी बच जाएगा, तो वो उस आधार पे एक्शन लेगा। तो फर्स्ट है यूटिलिटेरियनिज्म बिलीव्ड इन द रूल ऑफ लॉ, दैट द रूल ऑफ लॉ वाज नेसेसरी फॉर सोसाइटल बेटरमेंट। यस, उपयोगितावादी में ये विश्वास किया जाता था कि जो समाजीय समुन्नति के लिए विधि का शासन आवश्यक है, यानी कि रूल ऑफ लॉ होगा। तो रूल ऑफ लॉ होगा तो क्या होगा, एवरी वन विल हैव फ्रीडम टू ग्रो इन लाइफ। जो भी अपना कोई बिजनेस करना चाहता है, कुछ और चीजों को करना चाहता है, तो उसके पास रूल ऑफ लॉ होगा, यानी लॉ के प्रिव्यू में रह करके वो अपना डेवलपमेंट कर सकता है। तो फर्स्ट सही है। जेम्स मिल एक्सपाउंडेड द प्रिंसिपल ऑफ यूटिलिटेरियनिज्म इन हिज फेमस बुक यूटिलिटेरियंस एंड द राज। एक्चुअली ये हिस्ट्री ऑफ ब्रिटिश इंडिया इन्होंने लिखा था, उसमें उन्होंने इसका जिक्र किया था, हिस्ट्री ऑफ ब्रिटिश इंडिया। तो ये आपका गलत हो गया, तो जिसमें टू है उसको हटा दो बस अभी, और ये वन सही है तो ये भी हट गया। अब देखो नेक्स्ट आपका है जो यूटिलिटेरियंस डिफर्ड फ्रॉम लिबरल्स इन सिग्निफिकेंट वेज। यस, कुछ बात जो में है, देखो जो लिबरल्स हैं एक तरह से वो सबका भलाई चाहते हैं कि सबका कल्याण हो, जनरली जनरली ये माना जाता है। और यूटिलिटेरियन है वो अपने बेनिफिट्स के मेजोरिटी में देखेगा। यस, रूल ऑफ लॉ फॉलो होगा, वो रूल ऑफ लॉ दोनों फॉलो करने के लिए कहेंगे, लेकिन यूटिलिटेरियन है जो अपने बेनिफिट्स के लिए ज्यादा देखेंगे। तो ये सही है, थ्री भी सही है, तो ऑब्वियसली बात हमारा यही आ गया आंसर। नेक्स्ट है यूटिलिटेरियनिज्म हैज डिस्टिंक्ट अथॉरिटेरियन टेंडेंसी। ये इसका मतलब क्या है ना, कि इनका क्या है कि मोर एंड मोर अपना कलेक्ट करने पर, मोर एंड मोर अपने बेनिफिट्स पर देखेंगे। तो ये कह सकते हो कि लिटिल अथॉरिटेरियन टाइप का टेंडेंसी हो जाता है, तो ये भी सही है। तो ये आपका डी हो गया। तो इसमें 19 क्वेश्चंस थे। नेक्स्ट जो होगा उसमें हम 2015 का देखेंगे, उसी ढंग से 2015 से लेकर मतलब कंटिन्यू अप टू 2012 तक करेंगे। तो बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस रिपीटेड होते हैं, उनको देखो, उनको समझो। जितना आप एक्सप्लोर करोगे उतना फायदा होगा। कुछ भी क्वेश्चंस की डाउट्स होता है तो आप कमेंट बॉक्स में कमेंट करो, या फिर इट्स व्हाट्सएप नंबर 8527146498 या टेलीग्राम नंबर 7404909669 पे मैसेज कर सकते हो। ओके, थैंक यू।